this wrong, Maya.
What are you doing here, then?
Listen, you have got this so wrong.
Why are you here?
Listen, you're making a complete fool of yourself. I think you should leave right now.
Answer the question!
She's not well, you know that.
And I know why she's not well.
I'm so sorry about this.
Don't waste your breath on her. It's me you should be apologising to!
How did you get in?
Oh, never mind that. I've caught you both red-handed, haven't I?
How did you get in?
The door was open. The two of you must have been so desperate to get your filthy hands on each other you didn't even bother to close the door.
I just came up to see how she was.
And how was she? Easy.
Maya!
Gagging for it.
You're making a mistake.
No, it's you making the mistake.
I just came up to check up on
me
her.
is the worst mistake you'll ever make.
Honestly, I really am sick.
You'll be dead by the time I'm finished with you.
Stop it!
I'll kill you,
Leave her alone!
I'll kill you!
Shut up! She's not well!
They've given me pills, Maya. Look, they're on that table.
It's a bit late for pills now. You should have been on them before he got you pregnant!
She's not pregnant.
Not now, she's not. But do you think I don't know what's been going on? All this clamming up whenever I come into the room, all this taking time off work, the two of you sneaking off to the doctors while I mind the shop for you. I know exactly what's been going on. You got this cheap little slut pregnant, and then yesterday you took her off to have an abortion.
I've got a brain tumour.
Well, the sympathy vote's always a good tactic, and you were stupid enough to believe that, were you?
I've also got a cerebral aneurysm.
What's that?
It's a bomb waiting to go off in my head.
Better get back before the girls clock off.
You won't be late tonight, will you?
No.
I thought we could go and look at a house.
Blimey. 1 minute our marriage is hanging by a thread, next minute you got me house hunting. Talk about mixed messages.
Yeah, well, I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt for now. Because if that place is as nice as it looks, it'll get snapped up, so I can't afford to wait for the official verdict.
And the verdict is not guilty, trust me.
We'll see. So, have you heard from our estate agent today?
No, but I'll give him a bell when I get back.
So that couple haven't upped their offer yet?
They will do, trust me.
What makes you so sure?
Because they've blinked already. We will have the full asking price by the end of the week.
And our dream home by the end of August at the latest, I hope.
Yeah. Although, it is handy living over the road from work, innit? I mean, being able to come home and have a quick chat with my gorgeous wife whenever I fancy it. Sometimes a quick bit of something else. You know what I mean? No commuting, no rush hour traffic. You got to admit, babe, there are advantages to this place, aren't there?
No, so don't be late.
I've stopped having my periods, and I even started expressing milk. This thing, it's in part of your brain that messes with your fertility and stuff, you see. So I even wondered myself if I was pregnant at one stage. Chance it'd be a fine thing. They call it a prolactinoma. It's a tumour, but it's not as bad as it sounds. And it'd probably be okay if it were just that.
She will be okay. You'll be absolutely fine.
9 times out of 10, they give you pills for that and the tumour shrinks. And even if I end up having surgery, I won't have Frankenstein stitches across my head or out. They do it kind of keyhole. Only they get it through your nose. It's amazing, really. It's hardly brain surgery at all. And they'd have plenty of room.
And what about the other thing? The aneurysm?
Well, that's a bit more of a worry.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
No, it's not okay. How could you think that How could you possibly think that I and Sunita...
I was just jealous. You were paying her so much attention.
Now you know why.
Yeah. And I've never felt so stupid in all my life.
It's okay, it doesn't matter.
Who's playing the sympathy card now, eh?
I'm sorry, he's right. This is the last thing you need.
So we're in the middle of something before you burst in, so why don't you go home? We'll talk about this later.
No, I want to stay. Look, I want to make it up to you.
Go home, Maya.
It's okay, I don't mind.
I do.
I want to help. I'll pay for this. I'll get it fixed for you.
Doesn't matter.
Maybe we should both go. We'll give Sunita some peace.
No, you go.
No, but Dev, look, it's...
No, I haven't finished what I came to do yet.
Well, yeah.
Go home!
I'm sorry. I'll get this fixed, and if there's anything else I can do.
It's all right. Thank you.
And close the door behind you.
You should go with her.
No, I think she deserves to stew for a bit, and I need to calm down.
Sal, how'd you get on?
As well as can be expected, I suppose.
How do you mean?
At that school, anyway.
Well, they're not going to move it up.
Well, you get on with your work. I'll go and give the girls their tea, and then I'll come over and I'll tell you all about it, because I've got loads of paperwork I need to finish in the office tonight.
No, the house is sold. Yeah, and they're ready to move in. Yeah, but you see, but the thing is, I'm going to use the equity on the house to buy a half share in the business. Yeah, but that still counts as an asset, doesn't it? No, what I'm trying to say is that's not going to affect the size of mortgage I can get, is it? Well, no, probably 100. Yeah, you do 100% mortgages. Yeah, well, the thing is, you see, my missus got very high standards, you know what I mean?
Detached, not overlooked, exclusive, idyllic, semi-rural surroundings.
Miles away from anywhere, in other words.
No pub on corner.
No shop on the other corner.
I like me amenities on doorstep.
Yeah, but doesn't it make you feel claustrophobic?
No.
If I couldn't walk to the nearest chip pit, I'd never get any exercise.
These are supposed to get us all on the move. You couldn't get my lads on the move without putting engines in the couches.
They've both got couches.
They grew out their armchairs years ago.
What are they supposed to do, these things?
They count the amount of steps you've taken.
Hey, have I shown you my Neville?
You have, yeah.
This is one of him missed today.
All right, very good.
Looks like his old self, doesn't he? Fit as a fiddle.
Yeah, it does.
Luke had 12,500 steps under his belt last night. Russ had the same.
Oh, so they're doing what you said? Taking him for a walk while you're at work, giving him a bit of exercise?
I thought they did. But this morning, I found him running around the streets on his own. Both stepometers strapped to his collar.
Oh, that's the drawing board then, eh?
I've got to get Jabber and Shabber out the house shell while I can still fit through the front door.
Fee doesn't want them anymore. You could use them in here, you know.
What for?
All right, girls. Butcher?
Did you ring the estate agent?
Yeah.
Any news on the buyers?
Well, they're still thinking about it. But come on, drink up. Let's get out of here. We don't want to be late, do we?
Do you really think they'd fall for that?
Give it a try. Go on. Bet you can't do it.
You're on. Oh, so we're ready to start, are we?
Yep.
Kieran, quick staff meeting if you've got a minute.
What's up?
The rep from Newton and Wrigley came to see Fred today, and they've come up with a new policy.
Well, here we go.
All staff have got to wear one of these.
What are they?
It's a stepometer. It measures how many steps you've taken in a shift.
Now, hang on a minute.
Oh, no, it's not to do with me, Liz. They just want to compare staff work rates.
Time and motion, eh?
Yeah, something like that. It's only for a trial period.
Yeah, a lot of places are doing it these days. It's like a tachograph, only instead of a spy in the cab, you've got a spy in the pub.
No way. We're not doing that, are we?
I don't mind.
What?
Well, it will prove I cover twice as much ground as you do, which means I might stop you disappearing into the ladies every half an hour for a fag.
And, starting your shifts late.
Oh, hi, Todd. Has Dev picked up his phone from the shop yet? Well, he hasn't been in at all. So you haven't seen him since I was last there? Well, when he comes in, tell him to give me a call.
It's simmering nicely now.
Smells lovely.
Yeah, it's nothing much. It's, you can have it when you want.
Thanks.
Make sure you eat something before you go to bed.
I will, don't worry.
How's your head?
It's okay. You've really got to go now, Dev.
Yeah. I don't like leaving you on your own, and there's enough for two if you...
Go home to Maya.
Ring me if you need anything.
I will. Thanks again. You're a good friend.
See you tomorrow.
Yeah, bye.
I'm more certain than ever that Oak Hill is the best place for Rosie.
You were certain before?
Yeah, well, I'm even more certain now.
Why? What's happened?
Oh, honestly, Kevin, if you'd been there, you'd want to thump him.
Why?
Just his whole attitude.
What, towards you?
No, to his profession, it stinks. It's no wonder the school's in the state it's in.
Hey, it's not that bad.
If you can't do it, teach it, that's what they say. And if you can't teach it, then Weatherfield High staff room, that's the place to be. Oh, do you know, in the end, I got that angry with him. I said to him, I said, come September, there's no way I'm bringing my daughter back to this school.
You didn't?
I did.
You were a long time? Well, come on, say something. Get it all off your chest!
I don't know where to start.
Hey, whatever happened to solidarity?
Look, all I was saying was that us non-smokers, we don't have an equivalent to your fag break.
So start smoking then. Take a seat and I'll bring it over.
There's no need for it.
Take a seat.
So why should I destroy me lungs just to get as many breaks as you do?
Then go back to Ireland. They've banned it over there, haven't they?
I'm not trying to ban it.
Oh, good. Because not having a cig in a pub is like not having a knife and fork in a cafe. And you don't measure customer satisfaction in feet and inches. Not in this game.
I don't think she's very happy.
She's going the extra mile, though.
Do you reckon Kieran will be able to keep up with her?
Don't worry about me. This is a marathon, not a sprint. She'll soon run out of steam. Yes, sir. Cheers, love.
Thank you. Right, I'm just going to walk all the way over to the till with this, then get your change and walk all the way back again. It won't be a minute. This how you want it, is it? Think this is how a pub should be run? Like a sponsored walk?
It's not to do with me, Liz. It's a brewery.
I bet you'd be interested in the scores, though.
Hey, I've already clocked up over 200 steps. How are you doing?
I'm just getting into my stride.
It's divide and rule, you know that, don't you? Big brother gone mad. And if we'd stuck together, we could have seen this off.
I was just fed up always covering your timeouts.
Right. Well, I'm just going to take that fella over his change, and then I'm going to go to the ladies, where I might have a fag, or I might walk round in circles for 10 minutes. I'm just going to the ladies, if that's all right.
Oh, we can do what you want, as long as you've got a decent score compared to Kieran at the end of the night.
Don't you worry. I know how to stay one step ahead of the competition.
Right.
There you go, love.
Cheers.
I haven't seen him in here before.
I won't mind seeing him in here again, though.
If you had told me the
She didn't
truth
want
from
anyone
the
to
start-
know. She didn't want to make a fuss.
Yeah, well, look at it from my point of view.
No, you look at it from hers. Now, she's staring death in the face. Don't you think that she has a right to some kind of privacy? Don't you think that if she wants to keep it quiet, that we should respect that?
Yes, but...
But what?
But what was I supposed to think? My fiancé cancels our wedding and starts hanging around with another woman. You don't automatically assume, oh, she must have a brain tumour.
No, but you assume that I've got her pregnant and we're having an affair?
Well, yes, actually, I did. Most people would.
Go storming into her property, adding insult to injury.
I was jealous. Insanely jealous. But didn't I have reason to be?
Look, I'm sorry, Kevin, but I have completely burnt my bridges with the headmaster now.
Why, what have you said?
Well, I more or less called him incompetent.
Well, I'm sure he's been called worse than that in his day. Look, schools have got to keep the numbers up.
And then
I did actually call him a danger to children.
Well, I'm sure he won't take that personal, and if he does...
And a baldy little fool and an ugly, arrogant pipsqueak.
You called him a pipsqueak?
Well, it was the first thing that came into my head.
Well, if we just explain it was the heat of the moment and apologise.
And then I slapped him in the face.
You didn't?
Twice, both cheeks as hard as I could.
You're having me on.
I am not proud of it, Kevin. I mean, why would I lie? I lost my temper with him. And he said that if he ever saw me or Rosie in the premises again, he'd call the police.
So where does that leave Sophie when it's her turn to go there?
Well, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. But the point is, there's no looking back. We have to focus on Oakhill. Which is fine, because with all the changes I've been making to the garage, we can afford the fees now, can't we?
Just about.
Walk and count.
Now?
If it's less than 2,000 steps from here to the Bengal Tiger and back, I'll give you both a point.
Well, you know I walked all the way?
You can bring me back a menu.
No, you can bring me back a chicken tikka.
And how will you know I've counted right?
Ah, well, I'm glad you asked me that.
Back to mine. We're off out somewhere.
That house of yours is a tip.
I'm starting work on it over the next few weeks. It's going to be a palace fit for a queen when it's finished.
So you settle here now, are you?
Well, my yard's round the corner. My bird runs the pub. I won't be going too far. Right.
Hey, Shelley! There's something unflushable down your lady's laugh.
Don't look at me.
No, not that. It's neither vegetable, animal or mineral.
What is it then?
Well, I think it's medical. It's only a little thing, white thing about that big. Looks like a pacemaker or something. Definitely electronic. Only I were thinking, you know, if it's dropped off somebody when they've sat on pan, could be a very serious situation, that.
Hey, sounds like one of those topometers I gave you, Shell.
Who you gave you? You mean... They're not from Newton and Ridley at all, are they?
It's a good job and all, seeing as yours ended up down the toilets.
Have you been having us on?
Just keeping you on your toes.
She's an old friend. She's an employee. And when I thought I was staring death in the face, she was there for me.
And I wasn't.
You were both there for me, but...
She was first. And that's the problem. She's always first. And she's more than a friend and an employee. She's had a thing about you for years.
I saw them in the past.
You proposed to her once.
Yes, but I'm marrying you.
Before we even met. You've never done that to me, not properly. I had to more or less force you into it, so is it any wonder that when you call off our wedding and start spending time with her and being all secretive and sneaking off to see doctors together and you paying for it, is it any wonder that I jumped to the wrong conclusion? I've been hurt before, don't forget.
Yeah, I know.
I made a complete fool of myself back there, and I hate myself for it. But you're as much to blame as I am. If you had thought about me for 2 minutes, you could have set my mind at rest. And none of this need ever have happened.
I'm sorry.
Even you have to admit it was gorgeous.
No, you are gorgeous. That was just bricks and mortar.
Yes, in exclusive semi-rural surroundings.
Yeah, well, I don't care where I live, as long as it's with you, darling. Mwah.
Hey, you don't get round me that easily, you know.
Come on, let's draw a line under Vinny. The old bill would have been back by now if it had been anything to do with me. Let's move on. Come. Look forward to our future together.
In our new house.
When we find it.
I think we have, don't you?
I'm not so sure.
I think you could be persuaded.
Well, you can try, because God loves a trier. Don't answer it.
Hiya. Hiya.
I was just on my way to see you.
Oh, you've only just caught us. We're off on our way for something to eat.
Oh, that's nice.
Was it important?
I just wanted to chat.
Is everything all right? We can always postpone our meal, couldn't we?
If it's important.
It can wait till tomorrow.
How are you feeling?
Fine, you go and enjoy yourselves.
You sure?
Yeah, fine.
All right, see you tomorrow then, eh?
Okay. Bye.
You all right, Kirk?
Yeah, sound. Kieran sent him on a wild goose scout chase.
All right.
Mickey! Oh, what are you doing here?
Thought I'd come and see how the other half lived, didn't I?
Hello, son. Is Warren with you?
Nah, he can look after himself. Me, I miss my family too much. Can't bear to be separated.
You come to borrow money, in other words, didn't you?
Come in, come in. How long are you staying?
As long as you'll have me.
Where have you been? Mind your own business. Your turn, Mum.
Oh, you don't be cheeky, Sophie.
Sorry, I just thought you might want to know.
Where have you been?
Keisha Camille's.
Keisha Camille? Who's Keisha Camille?
Keisha Camille Smith, she's a mate. She lives on the Paul Robeson estate.
What, is she new?
We've only just started hanging out together.
Oh, well, I'm glad you're making new friends.
I'm glad you're glad.
You'll make loads of new friends when you start at Oak Hill in September.
Sally.
No way! Okay. Have you seen the uniform? Mum, I've told you it's a snob school.
Well, it's a better school than you're at. And that's why you're going there next term.
Might be going.
Won't be going. No way am I going there.
You'll do as you're told.
No, I won't.
Handle that well.
She'll come round to the idea.
The fact is, she's extremely ill. She's going to need support from both of us.
Well, and she'll get it now I know what's going on. You don't need to worry about that.
She's bound to be scared. Although the chances are she's going to be okay, she'll be thinking worst case scenario.
But the worst case scenario being whether she could die, right?
Yeah, I suppose, yeah.
Poor Sunita.